Welcome to another edition of Wings Weekly. Jay Kleinknecht here, along with head coach Scott Langer. And coach, another showcase in the book. Boy, that they set a record for scouts in attendance, and that event just keeps getting bigger and bigger every year. One of my favorite things about the showcase is catching up with old players or alumni. Got a chance to talk with Nathan Burke and Andy Carroll. Had them actually on the air for a little while. It's like they're doing very well. Ran into Trey Bagwell. I mean, just it's such a great event. And a great opportunity, as we've talked about on many occasions, for these players. End up going 2-2 in the showcase, starting things out with an 0-3 loss against the Magicians, and a 1-0 win over Kenai River, 4-1 win against Janesville that featured all specialty teams goals, and a 2-3 loss against Corpus Christi. Some missed chances, not a lot of puck luck over the week, but definitely some highs too. So what do you take away from the 4 games that were the Blaine, the NAHL showcase there in Blaine?
Well, I mean, I think once the first one got out of the way, I mean, we made some big mistakes there in the first one that ultimately cost us the game, and obviously a goaltender on their side that was fantastic. I mean, he stopped some huge ones, and that was a difference in the game. And I thought we were okay the second 2 games. Obviously against Janesville, our specialty teams kicked in, and that was definitely the difference in that game. And Kenai, you've seen some great goaltending, and then we finished on kind of a sour note against Corpus. I thought they were the better team as far as being ready to go. They caught us there with a couple unfortunate goals, and we just again ran into a fantastic goaltending effort. So. It's 4 games in 4 days. I'm not putting a ton of stock in those games. It's on to the regular season now, which is great. I'm glad that we got at least 4 points out of the possible 8, but it's time to move on. Yeah.
Well, the penalty kill and the power play, again, we talked about during Janesville. They definitely shined in that one, but the power play slumped a little bit in some of the other games. What needs to improve as far as the power play goes?
It's our veteran players. It's the power. Especially teams are always a development thing. It takes time to develop a power play unit, and right now that's what's going on. But at the same time, you got veteran hockey players out there that just need to surface. They need to get it done. You can lay the game plan out all you want and show them where you're going to exploit, but at the end of the day, they got to put the puck in the back of the net. And if you go through a lot of the score sheets throughout the weekend, you'll see that a lot of teams, their veteran guys were all over those score sheets. So I thought our guys had great efforts. We just, at the end, we just couldn't find a way to put the puck in the net. So I think the power play is going to come along. I think that a penalty kill is, with 18 new players, is certainly something that has to continue to develop. But until those 2 areas do, we're not going to win a ton of games. So we're certainly going to put some effort into it.
Yeah. Well, and like I said, there were definitely some highs, some moments of brilliance with the power play, and certainly the penalty kill, but pretty strong, really, overall, over the week as well. The showcase, and you kind of alluded to this actually. The showcase is obviously the regular season, and you want wins. Wins matter. But you're still looking at players and your team as a whole. And early on in a season like this, how much of the focus is on winning and how much is on continuing to assess players and building this team?
Well, I mean, our approach was we were going after the wins. We were playing our top guys, and we were also trying to make sure everybody got in. But for the most part, our top guys played. So we were going after the points every single day, and I can't fault our effort. I mean, their effort in our group was certainly there. I mean, even in that game against Corpus, which I thought they showed up for early, we had monster chances to, a breakaway. We had chances on the power play that, those are going to come. Those chances that you see now that guys are making great plays on, it's going to turn the other way, and the puck's going to be in the back of the net. There's no question, we have a deep team up front. And, I think we counted 11 chances in that game, and Bendorf was part of almost every one of them. Yeah. John Bendorf's going to end up starting to score. Yeah. And when he does, things are going to be a lot easier around here. So, again, a lot of positive. We're just going to go with the positive. We're going to work on that negative, and eventually things are going to be good.
Yep. Absolutely. Well, and I started things out and talking about the showcase as a whole, and I know that that's something that you're always happy to see guys like last year. I think it was Fitzy came and spent some time with you guys and stuff. Did you get a chance to talk with Berkey and Carol at all?
Yep, we did. You know, they made sure they tracked me down, and it was a great conversation to have with them, and just to see those guys in deep with their college programs and enjoying the process they're going through right now. That was great to see, and it's always nice to have your guys come back and you know, at an event like that and just kind of show that they're still part of the family.
Yeah, definitely. I know Berkey had mentioned to me that he plans on coming back to some home games throughout the season too, and as close as he is there in the cities, so hopefully fans will get a chance to talk with him a little bit too. We'll take a quick break here and hear from one of our sponsors, and we'll be back with the second portion of Wings Weekly after this.
Let's make a taco. No, seriously. Start with a tortilla, soft tortilla, warm it, kiss it, don't kiss it. Chicken? How about tequila lime chicken? Now we're cooking. Slice this, peel that, snip those. Salsa? Verde. Cheese? Cotija. Oh, forgot to mention. Guac. That's better. See, anyone can make a taco, but we're not anyone. We're Qdoba, and these are knockout tacos. Qdoba Mexican Eats. Choose flavor.
Welcome back to Wings Weekly. Jay Klein Connect and head coach Scott Langer continuing on. Coach, captains were announced a couple of weeks ago actually, and I meant to talk about that a little bit last week during the show, but neglected to. But a great group of leadership in Nick Sicoli, Jonathan Bendorf, and Dalton Weigel. It seems that each of them bring kind of something different to the table. Can you talk a little bit about their leadership, what they do for this team? And then also I was curious, I know I've had some fans ask too, that how are they selected? Is it a vote in the locker room and then you know you and Coach Hill have a say, or are they selected by you guys completely?
Well, the captain this year was selected by the staff, and that was earned through last season and what Nick brought to this team, and he's just been an amazing player to have a part of this organization. So I mean, it was Nick's. You know, from the summer on, he took the leadership role, and it's earned. It's not given, and he certainly earned that. You know, and then you have John Bendorf, who is he's always a level-headed guy. He's always got the right thing to say. He's real quick to grab a guy that may be struggling or needs to do things the right way, and have conversations with them. And you know, and you got Weigel, who's definitely the energy guy in that group that loves to keep the bench going. But you know, that group of young men are fantastic leaders, and they're going to be the reason for a lot of success this year with the way that they care for their teammates around here.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's something I commented on the air in the Corpus Christi game, but after the third game, to see the captain in the weight room working out, it was after 3 games in 3 days to see him in there, you know, getting the muscles going, or keeping them going, I should say, was pretty impressive. And it's something like that, you know, that kind of leadership that is basically like, if you don't have that same kind of energy level and that same kind of determination, then you're probably not going to stick around very long. So moving forward, a recovery day to day, as you mentioned, you know, 4 games in 4 days is a lot on these guys and on their bodies. Getting guys rested and healthy for a road trip coming up this weekend. A typical week for all intents and purposes, in that there's one opponent to prepare for. What's the week look like?
Well, it's going to be a normal preparation week, but this time we're only having to prepare for one team, so we're going to put all of our focus into the Wilderness. You know, we also have to be smart about it, because this will be our 5th and 6th game, you know, in a row on the road, and that's definitely taxing on guys. So we're just going to have a normal week. We're going to work on things to make our team better, and ways that we can possibly exploit the Wilderness. Yeah.
Well, and bringing that up, how have you had a chance to look at any film? I know it's early in the week, but the 2-2 Wilderness coming up, do you see anything that maybe you can, as you said, exploit, or any keys that they may, the keys to victory, I guess?
None that I'll talk about on here, Jay.
Okay. Well, execution for sure, without a doubt, is going to be a big part for the Aberdeen Wings. All right, well, as I mentioned, Minnesota Wilderness coming up next for these Aberdeen Wings. Friday, September 28th, the 7:05 puck drop. Saturday, September 29th, they are in Cloquet, a 7:35 Central Time puck drop. Both games can be seen at Buffalo Wings and Rings in Aberdeen, or by logging on to hockeytv.com. As always, you can listen to all Wings games, home and away, on 94.1 The Rock, hubcityradio.com, and the Rock app. Friday, October 4th, Wings home opener versus the Brookings Blizzard. Doors will open at 5:30 and the puck always drops at 7:15. $10 general admission ticket are on sale at any of the 4C Express locations in Aberdeen with additional purchase. Season tickets are still available. Call Aaron at 605-380-5852 for more information. And skate with the Wings again after the Brookings home opener here in Aberdeen. And the Hockey Association will host a free concert with Bad Dog in the Holum Expo building following the game. Doors open for all home games at 5:30 and the puck always drops at 7:15 here at the Odie. For all the latest news and information, visit AberdeenWings.com or follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, and on Instagram. That will pretty much wrap up this week's Wings Weekly. Coach, thanks so much for taking some time to join us.
Thank you.